Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my bonus Patreon commentary, and this one's going to be a freebie, so I will post it publicly so people have an idea of the types of movies I do. I don't post links to all of them in the comments. I should probably go back and do that so people know what movies I have done. Today I'm doing The Last House on the Left by Wes Craven and Sean S. Cunningham from 1971. Now, this is an interesting movie for a lot of reasons. I'm going to talk about it briefly before I get into it. Um, this is what they classify as a rape revenge movie, but it's also um, kind of a folk tale horror movie. It's not based on actual confirmed true events, but it's based on a folk tale, kind of like a precursor to an urban legend, if you will. Urban legends are more or less just modern folk tales, if you will. Um, Now, two points of contention. Now, um, probably should have led with this, but this is going to be triggering for some people because there is sexual assault in this movie multiple times. Like I said, it is a rape revenge movie, but it's also a horror movie, and it's kind of brutal for 1971. Not so much by today's standards, but still shocking enough. Um, this one hits a little close to home for three reasons. One, this is one of the few horror movies my mom told me about that she watched when she was a teenager before I was born. So it's not one she recommended to me. In fact, it's the opposite. It's one she told me to never watch, which is why I watched it. um, because she said it was the scariest movie she'd had ever seen. I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie I have ever seen, and I'm not gonna say it's the most disturbing movie I have ever seen because I have seen Human Centipede and Saw and Turistas and uh, Eli Roth's shit. So obviously, but it also hits close to home because I had an uncle who was a pedophile, which meant he did bad things, and my aunt, who I never met, um, was kidnapped, raped, and murdered in the wilderness, actually in the Arizona desert, and I never met her. Um, I met her daughter and my uncle, her husband, um, and yeah, it kind of it kind of affected our family a little bit. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and hit play on this flick from 1971. So I'm going to be commentating as I go along. This is from Tubi. If you want to watch along, tubitv.com, and I will be hitting play right now. It says the events you are about to witness are true. Names and locations have been changed to protect those individuals still living. Which, even if that is accurate, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure none of these people are still alive. Maybe some of the actors and actresses, but um, not likely the victims, if you know what I mean. Now, I know a little bit about the story, but anyways, this starts off pretty peaceful. You see a country road. Looks like we got some people traveling on the country road in an old 70s vehicle, it looks like. Now, tonally, I have to warn you if you're going to watch along, this movie is confusing because it's a horror movie, but it's got a lot of weird, folksy, up-tempo kind of music in the background, so it doesn't have the mood of a horror movie. Now, why is he checking out Mary's mail? Or is he the mailman? Oh, he is the mailman. Never mind. That's a little creepy, dude. You're an old man. You shouldn't be commenting on the looks of a 17-year-old girl. The infamous shower scene. Now, unlike Psycho, this is not a murder scene, but this is like I was talking about with the music here. This is not the kind of music you normally hear in a horror movie of this nature, but it's a good soundtrack nonetheless. And obviously, the obligatory nudity, because, you can't take a shower without getting naked. I'll agree with the pervy dude. She is kind of a good looking girl. I'm pretty sure the actress wasn't 17 here. Um, but they do actually talk about her body a little bit too much for my taste. Oh dear. That's not even a good joke. You don't joke about being pregnant, girl. Why is he talking about her nipples? He's her dad. Holy shit. Well, that's not very sound logic because God intended us to walk around naked, and it was the stupid snake that fucked that up. Very 70s dialogue for sure. Oh, we got a piece of jewelry. It's a peace emblem on a necklace. Now, why are these two country girls, who are very obviously out in the country, walking all the way to the city for a concert? That doesn't make sense to me. We're gonna find out later on that they're quite a ways out in the country. Um, oh Jesus, that was a bad joke. They're already talking about marijuana. Are they hitchhiking or what the fuck? They're not going to get a ride into town. They are a long ways out in the country to be walking all the way into the city, especially if their mom is referring to it as the slums. I mean, that's probably going to be on the outskirts of town, but it could be on the far end. And she mentioned Manhattan. I don't think they're. This does. I've never been to Manhattan, but this doesn't look anything like it from what I've seen in, other movies or Friends. Hmm. That folksy music again. Very out of place for a horror movie again. It's giving you what I would call a false sense of security. You just think that these two girls are on a nice stroll through the woods and nothing bad's going to happen because it's 1971, evil hadn't been invented yet, allegedly, according to, the media. Hmm. I'm being facetious. I used to work in the media. I was a journalist. She's not wrong. The leaves are beautiful. Oh, Jesus. They're talking about their tits again. Oh, Jesus. Is this how 17-year-old girls talked in the 70s? Look at my tits, please. I know. Oh, they are in a car now. About fucking time. Oh, commercial break. All right, so I do apologize for the commercial break. I am watching this on Tubi, unfortunately, because I'm poor and I couldn't find it elsewhere. So here we are. Although to be fair, I didn't really look that hard. I start with Tubi because free. If you do watch along with these commentaries, I do not commentate on the commercials because you'll likely get a different batch of commercials than I will. Unless you're watching along on the DVD, in which case, when I say commercial, that's your cue to pause the movie. They definitely are on it in a car now, so I guess they're not walking all the way to the city. Now, that song that we were just listening to, pay attention because it comes back. And the radio news announcer is talking about escaped murderers, murderers and rapists. They said, and they killed a dog, a German Shepherd. Oh, it was a police dog. Okay, then never mind. I'm not mourning a police fucking dog. Pay attention to the main villain, this guy here, smoking this cigar or whatever the fuck that is. His name is Krug. This movie was written by Wes Witten and directed by Wes Craven. Um, Kruger was the name of a kid who bullied him in school. So Krug is a crude reference to that. He gets made more infamous, the name, in obviously his 84 slasher classic, Nightmare on Elm Street. The villain there is called Freddy Krueger. They said Peeping Tom and child rapist. So he's not just a rapist, he's a pedophile. And these other criminals are just right okay with him. I'm not sure which one of these two freaks is supposed to be the leader. Oh, I'm scared for that cat. Please don't hurt the cat. So this music is reminiscent of like a 70s crime thriller. So a little more what you would expect from this type of movie. Obviously, if you followed Wes Craven's career, he gets better at filmmaking than this movie. This isn't a bad movie. It's very low budget and very crude in its production because, again, it's low budget and made by two relatively inexperienced filmmakers before they would find success. Another nude scene. We have a woman in a bath, and we got the teenage boy just walking in on her like nothing's happening. Is he checking her out or is he coming to talk? This teenage boy is gonna, oh, he's giving her a beer, and he's gonna sit there and watch her take a bath and drink her beer. Yeah. Frog. Now, I know I was talking over the commentary, but the announcer did mention that he kept his illegitimate son on cocaine as a way to control him. That's this kid here. I'm assuming that's not his mother because why would he be looking at his mother's naked body? And now he's motorboating her tits. You don't do that to your mom. That's one mean ass cigar, dude. Chocolate float. Ice cream. And now we're playing some happy go lucky disco music. Again, none of the music in this movie fits the tone of the movie. Um, I'm assuming, I haven't done my research, so don't quote me on this, but I'm assuming they didn't have the money for a composer, so they're just like pulling songs from wherever the fuck they can get them. Our woman? Jesus. Well, I mean, she's trying to be feminist, although you can kind of blame her a little bit for the actions of this movie, or events of this movie, I should say. $20 for an ounce of marijuana in 1971? Holy shit. Oh, this don't look good. Happy birthday, Mary. Oh, it's her birthday. What, today, tomorrow? This is ambiguous, but not boding well, considering she is now in the clutches of a convicted rapist. Yikes. And I did warn you what type of movie this was, so, don't be too surprised when the dirty deeds get to popping off. Again, the movie's very tonally confusing because here we have these comic relief moments with the parents, and now we're back to the evil. Oh, not a good idea. That's not good. And now we're back to the comic relief. I don't know if this movie is designed in a way to like subvert your expectations, if it's an inexperienced filmmaker that doesn't know how to build suspense, or if it's one of those, this is just how films were in the 70s. I don't know. I know if you're watching this for the first time, you're probably confused. Is this really a horror movie? Oh, we'll get there. Trust me, we do get there. But it just takes some detours. And why does she spell her name Mary, Mari? That's not how you. I've never seen it spelled that way. I mean, if you spell it with an I, you usually throw an E at the end. And now we're going to get our first sex crime. Oh, he just punched her in the gut. And here we go. We're not going to actually see what happens, but we can tell what's happening based on the looks of her friend, who's horrified, and her moans. And it looks like the parents are going to have some consensual adult fun time. Well, alcohol is involved, so how consensual is it? I don't know. They are married, so consent is implied. It is the 70s. Early next morning, and here's the weird music again. Again, way too up tempo and happy go lucky for the circumstances of what we're actually seeing take place. Now, we don't know what all happened throughout the night, but we can tell that something bad happened. Now, we've already seen that the female criminal is willing to sexually assault the captives as well. And now we're getting the worried parents who we're going to talk about to the police how she never came home because it is the next morning. Only she actually never made it to the concert. Oh, that wasn't the police. That was the theater manager. Okay. And now we're back into the woods, playing peaceful, folksy music. I think they used that shot earlier in the movie with those two ducks. I'm almost certain it's the same shot. Gotta save money where you can, I guess. Although, if they're editing this on actual film, how do you duplicate a shot? I guess you just re expose the same negative twice? I don't know. I've never actually edited on film before. I mean, back in the 90s in high school, I did some tape to tape editing. Um, but I learned on digital nonlinear editing software, especially by the time I got to the workforce. And now we got this weird hillbilly music, which is kind of fitting for horror movies at the time. Even Friday the 13th would use hillbilly music. The first one, definitely a 70s thing. And obviously, he's enjoying the company right now. That was awkward. Okay, so if you listen to the lyrics, they're actually singing about the people here. So I guess they had a friend with a band or something. I don't know. Did she just say Fahalis? Is he eating her birthday cake that she never even got to blow out the candles? Wow, he's mean. That's basically child abuse. All right, that was crass. I guess she's trying to escape again. Oh, they're literally right outside her house. She's so close to home. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Although, to be fair, I have seen the movie a few times. That was literally the vehicle. If they would have investigated, they could have saved those two girls. Useless county cops. Oh, this ain't good. That's gross. Either do it or they're gonna cut your friends some more. Oh, this is not good. Do it or you die. I mean, come on, girl. Remember, this girl's supposed to be 17 years old today. It's her birthday. Or yesterday. And here we go. The perverts are getting off on it. The doper is off in the corner wishing he had more dope, and the girl is like, I want in on some of this. And now we're back at the police station. Commercial break for those who are watching at home. So this one shouldn't be a long break. It looks like a 30-second break thereabouts. I suppose I could have looked for. I guess I could have dug out. I do have this movie on DVD. I could have dug out the DVD. All right, movie's back on. We're back at the police station. I like how it says police and not sheriff, which is like the first time I'm going to say it actually probably should be sheriff because they're out in the country. But his patch does say sheriff, so what the fuck ever. Oh, these movies, they fucking never get it right. What the fuck? He did. Jesus. Strange for putting a pig in a county fair? How is that strange? You're literally a country cop. How is owning a pig and taking it to the fair strange? Oh dear. He's just trying to sum up which girl he wants to sample. I'm surprised he didn't say I can warm you up. Well, she's really ballin'. Well, this isn't how she wanted to spend her birthday, obviously. Here we go. We got a chase scene. This was a mistake, lady. They were probably not going to let you go, but they're definitely not going to let you go now if they catch you. Now, if you're familiar with Wes Craven's other works, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, etc., he's known for having a good chase scene in him horror movies. So this is your typical chase scene. And clumsy killers, because that's also a trope in Wes Craven films. Willow. Now they're chasing through the woods. This music is a little more appropriate for a chase, I guess. So it's not all tonally awkward. Got some. Is that a banjo or a guitar? I can't tell. I don't know my stringed instruments. She's really trying, but he's afraid of his dad. Can't blame him for that after what we've seen so far. Now, if she knew Mary's house was right across the street, why didn't she just run across the street to Mary's house? Dr. Pepper, that's an old looking can. Are they playing strip checkers? Well, they just found out that that car they didn't investigate earlier was their suspect's car. These are not the brightest police officers. Nope. They were more interested in their game of checkers, I guess. He's a little overdressed for being out in the woods. And then they say something about summertime. Oh, they got her. Not good. This is not gonna be good. Yikes. Isn't that Krug's girlfriend? Never mind. I don't want to know. They really are building the suspense now. The music has changed. Although I can't really tell why is she running deeper into the woods instead of to the fucking road, which is literally 30 yards that way. She not very bright. This goes back to the you know, people in horror movies doing stupid things when their lives are at stake. And now she's out of breath. Is she gonna finally make it to the road? That's a cemetery. That ain't the road. You don't really want to be walking into a cemetery right now, lady. But I guess whatever. If she is a city girl, she don't know where she's going. There's the road. Oh shit. This ain't good. Oh, he stabbed her right in the back. Looks like she's trying to get up. Now they're kicking her. You might want to stay down, lady. You're basically dead at this point. And commercial fucking break again. This looks like a little bit longer commercial break, so just relax and wait a couple minutes. Oh, shit. I worked in the news business for damn near a decade. I was a journalist, news producer, editor, pretty much everything. The one thing I've never done is write commercials. That's one job I never wanted. Yeah, in the media business, it's one of the better paying jobs, but excuse me. I know if I was a little better organized, this would be a good time for me to hit pause on the video, the recording, but I'm scared that I would forget to hit record again. So I just talk during the commercial breaks. I apologize for that. The break is over in about five, four, three, two, one. We're back to the movie. All right. Cops start flying down the road. And uh-oh. Looks like they're out of gas. They're driving a Ford. Now, how do you. Never mind. I don't even want to know how the fuck you run out of gas when you're a county cop. Like, you should have stopped and got gas when you got back into town before you took off. Oh my god, these cops are going to give me an aneurysm. Is it a horror trope on purpose? Do horror writers write purposefully dumbass cops because they're making fun of police? Or is it just because it's the easiest way to get them out of the way so that we can get to the murders? Ooh, she just spit blood on him. That was not smart. He's got a knife in his hand and he's already stabbed you once. Now, I never understood this use of the sound effect here. It's like it's an R-rated movie and it is bloody. Why are they using the sound of a horn to cover up the sounds of the stabs instead of giving us the sounds of the stabs? That is a choice I've never understood about this movie. The sound design in this movie is bonkers. They're gutting her. They're literally pulling her guts out. He's not wrong. Well, she's dead. At this point in the film, you're wondering, does Mary make it? No spoilers. If you've never seen this movie, which, it's up to you watching it. Obviously, if you're watching it for the first time, you're probably not watching it with me talking over the top of it. So I would assume you've seen it before. But if not, you're about to find out. Again, her house is across the street. And instead of walking across the street, she's running parallel with the road in the woods. Why? No. You. Well, Phyllis is dead. You earned your screams. Yeah, no one's gonna fucking pull over for a pig, especially a couple of country bumpkin dumbasses like these idiots. Told you. Stomp on your hat. Well, or throw it on the ground, I guess. Don't stomp on it. You're not Smokey and the Bandit? Ew, they're cutting her up. He just carved his initials in her, or his name in her chest. Well, Willow, this is all your fault, dude. And we're on our third, fourth sexual assault of the movie? Jesus Christ. Now, if you're watching so far, you're probably wondering how can this be classified as rape revenge if they're killing the victims of the rape? Well, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else, because this is gonna be a wild ride. It gets dark in a minute. And if you're thinking it ain't dark yet, well, I mean, by 1971 standards, yeah, sure. By today's standards, I've seen worse. But yeah, I classify this as a horror. It's a B movie for sure, but I classify it as a horror classic. It's one of those, well, they're done their deed. They cut her up, they killed her friend, and now they're going to let her walk away. Just like that. And we got some sad music playing. So this is actually thematically appropriate for the scene. And they're like, are they having remorse? Or are they just grossed out about what she's doing over there, puking? Oh, she's praying. That's that same prayer Nancy said before she went chasing after Freddy. She knows she's dead. She's just like, well, these are my final moments in life. God, this movie's kind of sad, too. It was her fucking birthday. She just wanted to go into the city and watch a concert with her friend. Would I say this movie does it hold up today? I would say no, not likely. Not just because it's like tonally all over the place, but also because like this story has been done better in modern times, but also like this is a pre-slasher teen horror movie, and the slasher genre um is a little more effective in this kind of um violence, I guess, than this particular movie. And now they've resolved to basically put her out of her misery, which is why she's walking into the river because she knows what's coming. She's actually ready for it. She's like, all right, let's get it over with. And they shot her in the shoulder, so she might not have died. Well, she's got other stab wounds, I guess. Oh, he's gonna shoot her again. No, did he? Yep, he shot her again. All right, she's probably dead now. Oh, he shot her 3 times. Okay, she's definitely dead now. All right, you done the deed. Now go get another car and head to Canada. And she's gonna sink into the river or creek or whatever the fuck it is. Well, and they're just gonna go about their business like nothing happened. And these silly hillbilly cops are just hitchhiking. Well, there's running, but you fat asses couldn't run. What the fuck is he doing? That was racist. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now we're back to hillbilly music and shenanigans. Are you fucking kidding me? That's not safe. Oh my God. Oh my God. She did that on purpose. She ain't wrong. Looks like they're gonna take a bath in the river. Well, blood doesn't just wash off with a little water. You need like soap and alcohol, hand sanitizer. I guess, whatever. Well, looks like they're changing their clothes. So they should be okay, I guess, to pass for civilians. instead of escaped fucking psychopaths. Oh, don't worry, this movie gets dark. And I don't mean like cinematography, but we're not there yet. Here we are. Oh dear. Wow, they cleaned up nice. And he's still playing with his fucking knife. That's not exactly how you stay incognito, dude. So if you're not paying attention, these are the people who just murdered their daughter, and they're inviting them into their house as house guests. Did they memorize their names? Because I don't think she called him Frank a second ago. And now they're going to get comfortable in the bedroom of the girl they just fucking raped and murdered. Well, that ain't good. And we're in another commercial break. Oh. Oh, I apologize for being quiet. It's still commercial break right now, nothing to talk about. Oh, the thing is, this is one of those movies that's pretty much a staple of streaming services. Now we're back to the cops walking again because they couldn't get a ride from the chicken lady. That was rude. And now they're sharing a meal, spaghetti from the looks of it, with the parents of the girl they just murdered. One of the girls they just murdered. They did kill two girls. The other girl, she's from the slums in the city, so she probably won't be missed. That's the classism at play. He don't look like he's having a good dream. Oh, nasty. Yeah, he did kill somebody. He killed two somebodies. He's having withdrawals. His name keeps changing. He called him Frank a minute ago, and he just called him Dave. The mom's piecing it together. She's like, wait a minute, their names keep changing, and their story ain't straight. Wow, he's dad of the year. And the mom, who has nearly pieced it together, has got one puzzle piece left, and she's about to solve the mystery. These are very caring people. They definitely don't deserve. Uh-oh. She just saw her daughter's necklace on his neck. These creeps do not deserve their kindness. At least the music is starting to match the tone of the movie. The first third of this movie was weird tonally. Like the music just didn't fit nothing. And now she's snooping through their luggage. Very quiet like, because she don't want to get caught. Because she's in a very precarious position right now. Because they're still armed. They got a gun. They got knives. I saw a machete earlier. They're very obviously criminals, and she's starting to get it figured out. And now she's got all the pieces of the puzzle. She's got an actual confession. And her dead daughter's clothes. Bloody clothes. Oh, they're bloody clothes, I guess. And that's her daughter's blood she's touching with her bare hands. So now the movie's starting to shift. Now that's that song from earlier coming back. And this is where the movie gets good. Up to this point, I would say it's been moderately okay, but this last third of the movie is thumbs up, A plus. It just took a little detour to get here. So now we got mom and dad running through the woods, and that song is haunting. I have to put it in one of my horror themed playlists. I just gotta figure out who sung it. There she is, and she's still alive. Oh no, I guess she is dead. The actress didn't know how to hold her breath. See, that always confused me, but I guess it was probably just a flub. What the fuck is going on? Ew, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Don't show it, don't show. Oh, God. Oh, good, it was just a dream. Why would he be dreaming that, though? That's weird. It's a really weird thing to dream. I mean, at least when the Willow or Junior, or whatever the fuck his name is, was dreaming earlier, he was remembering things from the day. And the dad is going down into the basement for some reason. We don't currently know why yet, but he's concocting a plan. A piece of metal? Oh, that's a wrench. A wrench and a trash can lid. I'm not so sure that's going to save you from a knife or a bullet. Definitely not the fucking machete. So try again, hillbilly. No, he ain't a hillbilly. Try again, Doc. Did they ever say what the mom does? I don't remember. Is she just a housewife? And now we're going to get to the revenge part of the movie. So buckle up. It's about to get wicked. Now, I don't want to oversell. This isn't no Saw or anything like that. This isn't a splatter film. This isn't a giallo. This is not a slasher movie. So I don't want to oversell, but going to get, it's going to get dark here in a second. Like I said, dark for 1971. So meter your expectations. You know, there we go. We got a, looks like a rifle of some sort, or shotgun. I don't know shit about guns, so forgive me. What the fuck? Oh, they fished her body out of the lake. And now we're getting the precursor to the Freddy Krueger Nancy Home Alone bit where they're gonna booby trap the house. Um, Fishing wire? I guess? I don't really know. What is he doing? Is he locking the windows so they can't get out? I guess. We do have creepy, kind of mellow, almost suspenseful music setting the tone for what's happening. So, like I said, the music is getting better towards the latter half of the movie. I'm not quite sure how these booby traps work. Oh, what the fuck? It's pouring water or alcohol or something on it? Well, I mean, he's a doctor, so I assume he took some, I guess, I don't know, science classes in college. Wow, he's really falling for it. He ain't too bright now, is he? Thinking with him cock. Okay, what do we have here? Is that shaving cream on the floor? Okay. Um, he's making an awful lot of noise for someone who's trying to be incognito. I'm just saying. And they're gonna do it, what, by the river where the daughter died? Where they found her body? I suppose that would might ought to be poetic. Oh, she zipped him into the zipper. Well, he's insecure about the size of his ding dong. He found the killer's gun. And here we go. Is he going to play along or is he going to actually spring into action? What's going to happen here? Is he just going to forget about it and go back to sleep? That was weird. He is trying to untie his hands. And she just bit his dick off. I don't think that's what he was hoping for. Old man versus young dude. Nope, not a fair fight. Not looking good for the old man right now. This is not looking good for the old man. He's kicking his ass. Oh, he just shot him. And he did it. He blew his brains out. He dead. Well, he was, you know, a junkie, and he was needing him fix, which he never really got. Oh, you weren't watching the old man, by the way. He got away, and now, because he does live out in the country, he's got himself a chainsaw. Now, this is a little bit before Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so. Oh, here we go. Well, Willow's dead, and um, the boss dude is dead. So we still got the girl. We don't know what happened to her. And maybe he shot her, I guess, in the bedroom. And now we got Krug. Nope, there's the girl. She don't look like she's in a right state of mind. And now the wife is wrestling with the convict lady. Did they call her Sadie? I don't remember her name. Of course, she tried on a few different names, so whatever. And now we're at the revenge part of the movie. Let's see if we can finish the deed. He's definitely terrified. He doesn't want to get chopped up by a chainsaw. She gonna kill Sadie or not? That chainsaw's gonna run out of gas eventually. And there's the cops. Yep, he's doing it. And Sadie's dead. So the question is, I mean, the cops did watch him murder this dude, but is it gonna count as self-defense or is it gonna count as revenge? How do you write it up? The parents are obviously traumatized. The cops are confused as fuck. They don't know what to do or think or say. Of course, they've already proven thinking ain't their strong suit. Although neither is talking, to be honest. And there you go, the last house on the left. It's a good movie. I like it. I recommend it. I gave it a good review on my channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy these types of commentaries. I try to do one at least once a month, but I try to do them once a week if I can, or every other week at the very least. To find these videos, go to patreon.com/Stephanie Bree. That's Bree as in BRI. Stay cool.